Francis Murray. Here's a deep thought to ponder on. Watch how God takes something you think is nothing and make it a treasure. Today, I want to chat about something really interesting, something that takes us from the kitchen table to the Word of God and even into cultural history. Have you ever noticed how foods that used to be considered poor man's food, or even trash, have now become sought-after delicacies? I'm talking about things like neck bones, oxtails, chicken wings, even chitlins. But could it be that there's a deeper reason behind this? Could God be teaching us a lesson through food? Let's get into it. Let's be honest and not try to dance around it. We know that people look at these foods lately and probably always have as trash foods. Why has there been a rise on these foods? You know, a lot of these foods were considered undesirable in the past, things people didn't want to eat unless they had to. Back in the day, wealthy folks often saw cuts like chicken wings or oxtails as throwaways, scraps, things that only those with fewer resources would touch. But fast forward to now, and they're considered treasures. People pay top dollar for dishes like oxtails and chicken wings. So what's changed? Why did society shift? Here's where I think God's perspective comes in. See, God has a way of taking what the world looks down on and using it to bless people. This idea reminds me of how, in the Bible, God consistently shows his love for what others reject or look down on. In 1 Corinthians 1:27, it says, God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. It's like God is saying, watch how I can take something you think is nothing and make it a treasure. So how does this apply to food? I think it's a beautiful reminder that God's provision isn't just in the big, fancy, expensive things. It's in the everyday things too. All of his creation has value and purpose, even the foods people might have once thrown away. God's shown us that sometimes, in the simplest things, there's richness and blessing waiting to be discovered. Could it be that God allowed these humble foods to become popular to teach us gratitude for all he's given? I think so. In a way, when we appreciate things like neck bones or chicken wings, we're learning to appreciate God's work in all its forms, not just in what's shiny or prestigious. God can use anything, even a meal, to show us the richness of his creation. So maybe the next time you sit down to enjoy a meal that used to be considered poor man's food, take a moment to remember that God's blessings come in all forms. Just like he sees value in us, even with our flaws and imperfections, he shows us that every part of creation has value. Sometimes the things that seem the least are where we find the most. All right, friends, that's just some food for thought, literally. Let me know in the comments if you have any favorite humble foods or family recipes, and what do you think? Is God teaching us something deeper through these foods? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more faith-based reflections and inspiration. Until next time, remember, God's blessings are everywhere if we have eyes to see them. See you soon.